Right now, inequity is on everyone's mind. So we turned to Miguel Acosta, the co-director of Earth Care and one of the city's leading educational activists. So Miguel, why are education and equity your passions?
Well, part of the motivation and it's difficult work is getting past this idea that education is a great equalizer. Education and schools are actually a reflection of their communities and their families, right? So the outcomes you see are a reflection of how strong and viable a family is, as well as how well resourced a community is.
So how does that inequity play out in Santa Fe?
But we've been actually working then within an education system that's foreign to most people here in Native and Mexican American Chicano, that wasn't designed for them. It was designed to pacify an occupied population, which is universal, it's not just here. So it's actually been a way of maintaining the status quo rather than changing it.
So who gets the short end of the stick here in Santa Fe?
From starting from preschool all the way through college, outcomes and opportunities are pretty much going to be income based. It's going to depend on where your family fits into the economic categories here in Santa Fe.
And how can we help kids that are in places with fewer opportunities or fewer resources?
In the short term, I think part of what we have to do, and especially in this COVID moment, part of what we have to do is we have to take resources to the neighborhoods rather than leave everything behind the walls at the schools. When the schools closed down, uh, from one day to the next, all of a sudden kids didn't have access to not just learning, but food, social workers, after school programs, enrichment activities, etc.
What do these inequities tell us about our community in general?
Well, they tell us where the priorities are, right? When budgets are constructed, budgets are a moral statement. So when the city is saying, we're going to build an austerity budget, and everything is on the chopping block except police, right, and fire department, that says something.
So, can you, in one sentence, describe a future where all kids have equal opportunity in Santa Fe?
Just consider this for a moment. So you have a community on the south side that within 4 blocks in any direction, a young person can find a park, can find a clinic, where they can have public transportation that'll take them anywhere in the city. There's hotspots everywhere. Everybody has accessible and affordable housing and healthcare, etc.
What is your dream for education in Santa Fe?
My dream for education is that we reinvent it. It's one of those monuments actually that has to come down.